Okay, so actually the project structure is like this. So we have to create one index.html file. After that, we should have. I will remove this thing. Okay, I'm also going to remove this thing also. Okay, so actually project structure should be like this. Okay, yeah, first of all, wait a second. Okay. So actually we have to create an index.html file outside. Okay, it should be outside of every folder. I mean, so it should be directly inside the directory. Means, for example, uh, let us see. So, so let us assume this is a folder. Okay, this is a folder. Let us assume this is a folder, main folder. Okay, all the project files are inside this. Okay, this inside this folder. Now there is a file. Let us create a file. This is the file. Okay, this is the file. Okay, next after that there are also another folders. Yeah, I will give color red. Okay, so what is happening here is so mm, to host this website. I mean to host website this website mean making it live so that everyone can see. At that time, the project structure should be like this. So this is the project folder. Okay, all the project files are inside this folder. Okay, after that, this main file is index.html. Okay, this should be outside of every folder. For example, it is this product is containing two three folders. Okay, like two three folders. It is having two three folders. But this index.html should be outside of these three folders, but inside of main project file folder. So why? Because at the time of hosting, it becomes complicated. So whatever the things we want to write code or any images or videos we want to store, so we should create separate folder for them, and inside that we have to uh, put all of them. So the index.html file should be outer of the outer side of the every folder. Okay, this inside this main project folder. Hope everyone is getting what I'm trying to say. So here, what is saying? There is this footrest master project now. So inside this project, I have two things. Okay, one is index.html file, another one is assets. So inside this assets, what I am having? So as it is simple to create a folder. Okay, you have to click here and like you have to click here folder. So you can write name here. After that, inside that you can create another folder like that. Okay, inside this we can create another folder. Okay, or you also you can create inside this same folder. You can create a file like this. Okay, so this is how we are going to use these things. Okay, files and folders we are going to create like that. So I will be deleting this one. So similarly, I have created one assets. Okay, assets folder. Inside that assets folder, I have another three folders. One is CSS, one is images, and another one is JS. So this CSS folder is going to hold all the CSS files. Next, coming to these images, all the images of the project should be inside this images folder, and all the JS JavaScript files should be inside this folder. As you guys can see, script.js JavaScript file is inside this. So images, okay, all the images should be inside this. So actually, what is happening? We have taken link now. So in previous while explaining HTML, what we have done, we have visited some other website, and from there we got a link, and we taken that link and pasted inside our HTML document. No? So that is one way of adding images inside our HTML. Yeah, other than that, we can also download all the images and put it all of them inside one folder. And from that folder, we can all access all the images. I will explain now. So after that, this CSS folder is containing all these two files. So let us run this file. First, we will see what happened in our last class. Actually, I will run this thing. Uh, So actually, this is all our HTML file. Okay, this is all our HTML code. Okay, so this image and this all these images, what I have done, I have sent you guys one project folder now. So in that all these things are contained. Okay, actually it is I have taken this project from GitHub. Okay, I will explaining how to use GitHub also. So before that, all these images were taken inside from our project only, from project only. Not we haven't used any images, image links. Yes, so let us see how to do that one. So actually, here index.html file. Okay, inside our index.html file. So this is there is an image here, na? So here there is an image here. So here what how I am accessing this, there is an image service3.svg. This is an image. Na? So we will see images. There is svg3. This is an image svg3 service 3.svg. This is an image. Okay, this is another type of SPGs, and one type of image .jpg is one type of image. .png is one type of image. Okay, so the different types of images. Okay, so we are accessing this image service one, service3.svg, service1.svg, like here, service2.svg, and service1.svg here. So how we are accessing those things? These are inside this folder now. Where inside this image is inside images folder. This images folder is inside assets folder. But this index.html file is outside. So I will show you how to access image. Okay, inside out from there. Okay, so what we are going to do, we have to there is something called a paths. Okay, in JavaScript. This is somewhat directories, routes. These some complex topics, but you need to understand these things. Okay, what I am doing is I am putting a dot. Let us assume that this dot is from the place where we are standing. So from the place, let us assume uh, there is a line A to B. Okay. Now we are at A. We want to access B. Okay. So to put that one, so to remember, we are at position A. We are using dot here. After that, what I am doing, I am putting a slash. Okay. Okay. This slash shows whatever the items inside. This slash gives us whatever inside that path. Means, for example, from A to B, there is there are some things like trees, there is some cars, all those things there. So in the similar way, in that path, what we are having assets and index.html. So what we are doing here is we are accessing this assets. Okay, we are clicking on this assets. After that, okay, inside this assets, what we are having three folders now. So inside the CSS, we don't have what we need, and JS also we don't need. So we need what images. Inside this images, what we want, which image we want, we image service 2 dot svg image is a right now we know. Okay, we need that image, so we will clicking on this image. Okay, this is how we are going to access the images. So once again, I will remove this one. Okay, I will save. I will save, and let us see the output. So in the output, we are seeing only two images now. So this images is gone. Basic course image is gone. Why? Because we have removed now. Here from the source we have removed. We haven't given anything. So that's why it is not showing anything. So let's now again we try to access. Okay, dot slash. Okay, go to assets. Inside assets, go to images. Inside images, go to service2 dot svg. So let us save this file and again we will go to this file. So now we can see this image. So this is another way of accessing the images. So I hope everyone got what I am trying to explain. So this is the HTML code what I have given to you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, this is the same code. Actually, we have done in the starting. We have done. I explained few HTML code now. So there is some differences between that code and this code. That code is not completely done. So in this you can copy this. I mean you can learn from this code or that one is also no problem. But there is some problem. Okay, I have left small contents inside that previous HTML. Okay, previous HTML file. So this is new HTML file. What I have shared with you guys in WhatsApp. Okay. After that, now okay, inside this assets. Okay, inside this CSS, let us go to style.css. So inside this style.css, there is nothing. Okay, what I will do, I have created another dummy.css file. In this CSS, I have stored all the CSS to explain you guys bit by bit. Okay, next, first of all, what we will do. So let us create. So here, what are the so style.css? Okay, this is a file. So these are custom properties. Okay, we are defining what are the colors should be, what texture should be like that. I mean, and next spacing, shadow, border radius, and also transition. So all these things we are predefining everything so that every time to not get confused. For example, there are three places where I want to use this transition one. Okay. Okay, so this transition one has 0.25 seconds each. Okay, so I am unable to remember this 0.25 seconds is every time now. For three times I have to use. So if I forgot and I used 0.20 seconds means it's going to affect our UI now. So to avoid that kind of unnecessary things, what we are doing is we are using uh, we are using defining those things at one time only. For example, for transition one, we have given 0.225 seconds is. So wherever the three places I want to use these values, so simply I will be using this thing. Okay. So to avoid any unnecessary confusion or difference in values. Okay. Like that, I have created transition tools in the similar way. I have created transition tree. In the similar way, border radius for radiuses also these variables. So these are nothing but we have for every time changing for example, if I created one h1 tag, for that h1 tag I want to use green color. Okay, wherever the HTML file I want to use green color. I mean wherever the h1 inside our HTML file I want to use uh, green color. But what is going to happen? So sometimes I may be forgetting like this should be red color. Okay, so it's going to uh, uh, going to disturb our UI now. So to avoid unnecessary things, what we are doing is we are uh, making those colors predefined. Okay, we are making all those colors first defined. After that we are using these variables as a reference. Okay, so for example this there is this complex of code HL165, so we cannot remember where every time now whenever we want to use. So for this what we have done, we have given this variable, and by accessing this variable we can give that element this color now. So for that purposes we are using this custom properties and these things. Okay, that is this one. So what I will do, I will uh, copy this one. I will be cutting this one and pasting inside our style.css. Okay, next. So we will save this one. There won't be any change in output. After that, let us see. Okay. So there is no change in our output. After that, we will come again. So this is here what we have done. So there are elements like list elements, anchor element is nothing but a link element now. So there is image element, span element, input element, button element. So there is image element, input button. So what we are doing, we are defining some styles to each and every element. Okay, here we are defining like input should have width 100% every time. So button should be cursor pointer. So all these things we are giving. Okay, we are defining here same. So like here also margin. So initially margin should be zero and padding should be zero. So these are some styles we are using to style every element. Okay, so whatever the elements inside our uh, project. Okay, next coming to here. So I am copying that one and so cut it, I have copied this one and pasting here. Okay, so we will see the output. Is there any change in our output? Okay, so let us see. There is some change in output. Okay, so all the text has got a new color and underlines are removed. Uh, the text style also is somewhat different. Okay, here the logos also got color, and mm, this also have everything has changed in here, and also these things doesn't have any underline. Okay, so all those things are done with this code. Okay, next after that, so there is no need of explaining what is it they are doing. They are simply adding some things, background, border, font, height, display, all these things similar, somewhat simple as we use. So in the project also, I have explained previous class now. So similarly, all those things only. These things are not separate from CSS. Okay, these all things are comes under general CSS only. Okay. Next, after this, we will be adding. Uh, we'll be adding our reused styles. Okay, we will be adding reused styles. Like for example, we have container. At least for 4 5 times we have used this container thing and also dot button. So we have a button. Okay, for that we have given dot button classes. So we are defining here. The color should be like this. Font should be like this. Font weight and padding should be like this. And it should have a border radius of like this transition also. Okay, so next coming to H1, H2, H3, these are also having some we are designing them. Okay. At the same time, we are also having grid list wherever the grid list we are having class names. So for them, we have creating like this display grid and gap should be 50. Okay. Next image holder. Okay, image holder. So image holder is given some aspect ratio and background color. Next, image cover. So wherever we have used image cover, we have given with 100% height, 100%, and object fit is cover. So object fit cover has three different kinds: a cover, stretch, and a full. So it's somewhat like the image sizes. Okay, image size would be different type. Next, coming to this section, subtitle. Okay, this is we have also uh, designed this thing. Next section, title. So next title wrapper. Okay, card link. So card link also we have styled here. Next card link span. Okay, all we have done all these things. So once if we add this thing there, okay, so I am adding this complete code. Okay, complete code here. So our UI is going to change again once. Okay, as you guys can see. Okay, our UI has changed. So it has become like this. Wait a second. Okay, okay, it is taking image with 100% height, also 100%. We'll be setting those things right now. Okay, next after this, we have also done this navbar thing now in previous class. So this header part. So what I will do, I will simply copy this one. Simply copy this one, and I will be pasting inside our style.css. I will be saving this file. Let's see the output. So, so actually, this is our header now. When we click on this is opening. We have done this thing on that day, but because we haven't styled fully, we got those uneven UI. So let us complete all those things from that day. Okay. As we are unable to see here like these things now. Home, about us, all courses. This happened because of media queries. So first of all, we will do that media query and get all the navbar elements here, like navbar items here. Okay. What I will do, I will go to this, and from here, let us do first. We will complete media queries uh, for the laptop. Okay. So what I will do is, so now we are going to learn about this media queries. So it's a very simple. Media queries are nothing but to change the ratio of the application according to the screen size. For that purposes, we use these media queries. Okay. So what I will do, at the rate, okay, at the rate, okay, media screen, at the rate media. You can use media screen, or generally you can use media. Okay, after that media, at the rate media, you have to open and close brackets. Okay, inside this, you can write minimum width. Okay, minimum width 992 992 pixel. Okay, minimum width should be 992 pixel. Okay, what is this minimum and maximum? So this minimum means, so for example, uh, if the screen size is 1,000 pixel, so what does this minimum width does is, just just imagine there are three things. One is with the screen size, uh, let us assume total. So total screen size is screen size is 100%, 100,000 pixel. Okay, uh, we have written this minimum width. Okay, minimum minimum width, minimum width as like 700 pixel. Okay, if the minimum width is 700 pixel, display whatever the content inside this media. Okay, so if I have given minimum width is 992 pixel, I mean, let us assume minimum width is 700 pixel. So inside this content, inside this media query, whatever the content is there, if the screen size is more than 700, I mean, exact 700 pixel or more than 700 pixel, yeah, at that time you have to display whatever the content I have given inside this query. Okay, whatever the things I have written inside this media query. Okay, that is for media minimum width. What is this maximum width? What is this maximum width? So maximum width is, for example, uh, so if the maximum screen size is 500 pixel, okay, maximum width actual size is 1000 pixel. So if the screen pixel is 500, okay, maximum width of the 500 pixel. Okay, if there is a screen of 1000 pixel, but it is more than 500 now. So what is going to happen is in maximum width, like mm, to explain this thing. Okay, so uh, let us assume this is the total screen. Okay, this is the total screen. Okay, uh, here it is half. Let us assume this is the half. Okay, this is the half. This is the half of the screen. So what is going to happen? Uh, this whatever the content inside this 500 pixel. I mean, whatever the we have written some media query with like this. Okay, we have written one media query with like this. Aggregate media maximum width to 500 pixel. We have written one thing like this, and inside this we have written some content. Okay, so we have added some things. Okay, so this when is going to apply. So if the screen size is maximum if the screen size is 100 pixel, like if the screen size is 0 pixel. Okay. Next, if the screen size is 10 pixel, if the screen size is 20 pixel, if the screen size is 100 pixel, if the screen size is 200 pixel, if the screen size is 400 pixel, if the screen size is 500 pixel. So till these pixels, I mean these sizes, the maximum width, uh, whatever the content inside this media query, it's going to apply till then, till that only, till 500 pixels only. So so if it once it reaches 501 or 600, so it's not going to apply whatever the CSS, I mean whatever the content we have written inside this media query, all that content won't be applied to the whatever the thing we like all the CSS is there now, whatever inside this, it's not going to apply to that HTML. Okay, if you are using a mobile phone, it is having 500 pixels, so the UI will be different now. So if what whenever the that pixel size is changes, what is going to happen? So the application is changes. I mean, so like from here we can see. So, for example, if we play mobile here, so when we click on this, so it's going to show somewhat different. Okay, so the UI is different now. So if we use other thing, so generally if we are using in tab, it's going to look like this. So here, what we are doing, if the maximum width, let us assume we have put maximum width 500. Okay, 500 pixel. So this is how it's going to look. Once it reaches more than 500 pixel, what's going to happen is it's going to change everything. Okay, well, like for example, if there is more than 500 pixels, okay, if the content, if the uh, maximum width is we have here maximum width is 500. If the content reaches more than 500, it stops applying whatever the content inside here. So this is the uh, concept. For minimum width, so if the this minimum width is not going to apply whatever the content we have written inside this. Okay, so to apply the CSS, okay, or to apply all the content inside this, like if we when we use minimum width to apply this CSS inside, I mean content inside here. So the screen size should be minimum 992 pixel. Okay, so till then the styles won't be applied to that screen. Oh, okay. So that is minimum width. Coming to this maximum width, from 0 to, okay, from 0 to end, okay, 500 pixel. So if once if reach so till then all the contents are applied to that screen. Okay. Once it reaches more than 500 pixels, the content won't be applied to uh, uh, that screen. Okay, that is the difference between maximum width and minimum width. Yeah, I will remove this. Okay. So we will be writing media query for minimum width. Okay, most of the times we use minimum width and maximum width. So let us start doing. So let us add. So let us add some root elements. Okay, root. So root elements. Okay, section padding. Section padding. So section padding. Let's assume section padding as 100 pixel. Okay. Should be another hyphen. Next after this, okay. Next after that, we will be writing some uh, like we will be styling container. Yeah, this is specifically the screen width is more than 992 pixel. You know, container. Okay, container, container. If max width is maximum width should be 960 pixel. Next after this, for the container. Let us design button for this button. Okay, button. For this button, we will be giving font size, unset. Unset is nothing but we are not applying anything. Okay, so it is going to take whatever the sizes according to screen. And next padding, we will be adding like 13 pixel and 40 pixel. Okay, let us save this file. And so okay, actually, we are writing this code for this top nav, but we are unable to see those things now, like a home and all. So these things we should be seeing here also now, anywhere if you open. So for that purpose, I am writing this media query. Yeah, after that, we are going to write for header. Okay, we are going to write for header media query. So in the header, so we will be writing now dot now toggle button, comma overlay overlay, display none. Yeah, just I am display none. So what is happening? Because we can display. So here I am unable to see that three icons. Why I am unable to see? So this the screen ratio is more than 992 pixel. So here what I am trying to do is whenever the screen size is more than 992 pixel. So here what I am saying is now toggle button. Like here there is three icons, three lines button is there now. So what I am doing is with the help of display property, I mean display, what I am doing is I am giving a value like you don't display anything. Okay, like this is a property the display none means it's not going to display whatever the content is there. So for example, I don't want to display now toggle button and overlay. Okay, so if I put this property, it's not going to show itself. Okay, for that purpose, we are using these media queries. Okay, so if like okay, I will be explaining another thing. Okay, after this, we will give header as a for header we will be giving padding block 20 pixel. Okay, padding block 20 pixel. Like as you guys can see, the padding is increased inside the header. I will show once again. So here the padding is the size of this header is less now. Once I add this thing, so padding is has increased. The size of this header has increased. After that, I will be adding something to navbar. So navbar. After that, uh, I will be adding navbar active also. So navbar active. Okay, at the same time, this thing is not we want to add. Sorry. So at the same time, for now, after navbar, we are going to add same properties to some other classes also. Dot navbar list, navbar, navbar list, comma enter dot navbar item. What I am trying to do is I am uh, writing all these classes side by side. After that, what I will be doing, whatever the properties I mean, whatever the CSS styling I am going to do, it's going to apply all these things for all these items. Okay, so for all these classes, it's going to apply. Okay. Next, after this, navbar item. Okay, let's see. So here we will be writing all, all unset. What is happening? So let us save it. Oh, we got some problem here. Some problem. Yeah, list. Okay. So the for bracket is missing it down. Okay, what is happening? Okay, all unset. So after that, so again we are going to style navbar. Okay, we are going to style navbar. For navbar, we are giving a property margin, margin inline, margin inline. So margin inline start auto. So we are giving this one to navbar. Okay, there is no change in the navbar. Next again, we'll be adding dot header, for header, and also for button also. What we are doing is margin inline start 0. Just save. Okay. So all these things came here now. So all the CSS came here. So after this, what we have to do, we have to use some flex property. We have to make it side by side. So now we can see in our in this screen we can see these things. In starting, we are unable to see those things now because of this media query only. We are unable to see all that one. Yeah, after this, let us style navbar list. Okay, let us style navbar list. Okay, navbar list to uh, navbar list to display flex. So I will comment this one. I will remove it. Okay, let us save. So here what happened if I applied that property display flex property, so it is going to make whatever the vertical things into horizontal because by default its flex direction is horizontal. So for that reason it is making all the items in vertical direction to horizontal direction. Even though it is converting like that, we have to give flex direction compulsory. Okay, flex direction column. Let us see. Sorry, it is row. Flex direction row. You have to specify this property compulsory, or else we will get some errors. Okay, next after this, we are going to style navbar link. Okay, navbar link. We'll be styling this navbar link. So what we are going to do is uh, we'll be uh, uh, fonts adding font size. Okay, font size we are setting it to unset. Okay, unset means unset is nothing but we are not giving any specific font size. Not fixed. It should not be fixed like that. Next to padding inline. Okay, next we are adding padding inline 15 pixel. Okay, let us see. Okay, after this, after this transition, okay, transition where hyphen hyphen transition one. So this thing is like let's see once again. So this should be changed in color, but here nothing is happening. Okay, let's go. Okay, navbar link. After this navbar link, we will be adding like on hover it should change its color look. So like that as when I hover this, it's not changing any color now. So now we are going to do that one. So after that, what we will do for the same navbar, for the same navbar link, for the same class, what we are doing is we are adding a property is. Okay, if it is like that, so what we are doing is we are adding two properties. One is hover. Okay, one is hover. Okay, another one is focus. Okay, another one is focus. So these are two properties. Hover is nothing but uh, like when it is happening now like that. Focus is nothing but when I click on that, it's going to focus. So I will be showing what are those things. Yes, save. Okay, I have done. So here, as you guys can see, it is now changing. So if I click on this home, so it should be like it should be staying. This color should be staying here like that. But we have to add some JavaScript for that. So when I click on this button, this about button should be having about as this yellow color like that only fixed, but when we hover on this it should be color changing its color, but here because there is no Java that JavaScript now, so this is the reason it's not working. So after adding the JavaScript, when we click on this about us or all courses, it's going to stay. Okay, like that only it's going to stay, that yellow color. Okay, that is called as focus. Okay, when we click on something, its color is changing. To change to use that thing, we are going to use this focus. Okay, when we like this, if you want to make anything like this, when we uh, we move our cursor on that, we are going to change that color or do add some other properties. So for that, what we are doing is we are using hover. So for example, if I add border, a border like border, uh, 5 pixel, 5 pixel, sorry, solid, yeah. So here I am going to use this color. So it is actually 15. So I have added border. So when I hover on this thing, should change. Okay, sorry. So here, you can see now like this we can add different kinds of properties. So that is the purpose of this hover. So focus is totally different. It is going when we click on this thing, it's going to stay like that only. For that purpose, we use focus, but so here not happening. We have to add some JavaScript for that. Okay. So you got to order this hover and focus. Next, after this, we will be adding this grid. Okay. Now we are going to do this thing for these things. Okay. Service like so we'll be styling all these things later. For this hero, we will be styling things later. So I will be styling these things. Okay. I'll be styling these three things. To do that, what we have to do is so we have to do is let us take a go for HTML. So let's see header, the header, hero, after hero. Next, now we are going to do this thing. Okay, services. We are going to style this section. Okay, section service. Okay, section service container. It is having grid class. Okay, service card, card icon. Okay, this it is having different like card title, card text. So we are going to style with the help of those classes. Okay, to put it, I will give something like service to remember from which code belongs to which section for that purpose. So I will be adding service. Okay, you guys see here. Uh, they are all one another. Okay, one after one. Okay, now we are going to change it to horizontally. These are in vertical enough. So we are going to move change it to horizontal. So for that, what we are doing is we are doing dot service. Okay, dot service. Next, dot grid list. Dot grid list. Here we are going to add some gap. Okay, we are adding some gap. So grab the gap should be 0. After that, okay, next service, next grid list, service grid list. Sorry, should be class name. So this class grid class list class. So direct childs. Okay, whenever we are using, if anything like this grid list having three items now. So in that, what we are doing in that li, I mean list items. Li is nothing but list items. Nth child. Okay, nth child. Okay, nth child, nth child, nth child two. Okay, nth child two. So for that, we are adding this one. Okay. Okay, nth child is nothing but second one. Okay, this is first one, this is second one, this is third one. Okay, first one, second one, third one. For this, we are adding something. Okay, from properties we are adding here. Okay, next we will come to here. So we are adding uh, properties. Okay, this signifies that okay inside this service, I mean inside the service, there is grid list. Okay, inside that grid list, there are li items. Okay, list items. Okay, list items are there. For that, inside that list items, nth child. Okay, nth child is a property which is used to uh, uh, for example, this is there are three childs now here, one, two, three. Yes, to add properties to that particular child, we are using this nth child. Okay, now for that purpose, we are using. For example, if I want to add properties to first child, here I am going to use this one. If I am going, if there are 100 properties are there, if there are 100 childs are there, so what I will be doing, I want to do styling for 86th item. So what I will be doing, I will be adding 86 here, and I will be styling those whatever the styling I want. I'll be doing that here. Okay, that is the purpose of this end chat. Okay, I hope everyone is getting. Don't get confused. I will be showing here and see. So here there is this service now. This is a service section. Inside this service section there is grid list. Okay, so this grid list is having li items. This grid list is having li items. Okay, for that li items, in that there are three items are there. So I want to give properties for second one. So what I am doing, I am giving nth child as second. So all the processes, whatever I am going to give here, it's going to apply for that child only, for that item only. So here I will be giving border, inline, inline, 1px, solid, 1px solid, culture. Okay, variable culture. So I will be saying this one. So here we can see what is the difference. There is not much difference here. Okay, so okay, so we will be completing all this media query. So from tomorrow we will be doing next part. Okay, this is the media queries. Okay, next there is some other things. Service, service card. So we are doing styling for this service card. Okay, inside that, whatever the H3 elements are there, H3 elements are there. For that, apply the font size. Okay, apply the font size to 3 rem. Okay, so after this, the services has completed. So now we will be styling about. Okay, we are writing only media queries. So okay, whenever the uh, screen size is like this, you have to apply all this CSS. So along with that, we have to write some other common CSS. Okay, that is going to apply for normal one, I mean phone also, tab also, and also for this laptop also. So we will be writing that code tomorrow. First, for today, we will be completing all this uh, laptop uh, like media query. Okay, next. We'll be writing for about. Okay, inside about for that container, you're styling about the container. Okay, so what will be giving display grid display grid. Next, grid templates, grid template columns. So we'll be giving 0.7 r, 0.7 fr, and 1 fr. Let us save and see. So actually this is now we are designing this one. Actually, first how it was looking like this. So if we remove this one, so we will be saving. So it was looking like this. Okay, made we have by adding these two properties. Okay, this is how it's looking at first. When we add these properties like display grid and display grid templates, okay, it's going to change. It's going to change like this. Okay, uh, here it's not showing. So it's going to change look like this. Okay, if we add those properties after that, next, so some other properties also we have to add like align item center. Okay, align item center. Okay, all the items should be aligned center. Okay, it's going to center all the things. Okay, inside that div. Next, after that, what I'm doing is I am adding a gap of 30 pixels, sorry, a gap of 50 pixel, should be around 50 pixel. Okay, so why? Because if I don't add that gap, this text is going behind this now. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, now I will be explaining one thing here. Okay, I forgot to explain you guys. So I will remove this gap for some time. So here, or else, okay, okay, I will be explaining that thing later. The gap 50 pixel. Okay, here the gap is added. Okay, it's looking somewhat good. Next, after that, we will be adding. Uh, we will be styling for about banner. Okay, banner. Okay, we will be giving margin block and zero. Okay, margin block and zero. After that, about content. About content. For about content, we will be adding a padding padding of 40 pixel. Okay, about content. So about content is this content, okay? Help our or this here now. It is for that we are adding that a 40 pixel. It's not looking that much. Really. So if we increase this to 100 pixel, what is it? Okay, okay. The text size is changing, so we don't need that one. So we will stay at 40 pixel only. Next, after this, okay, after this, okay, dot about. Next, we are going to style section title. Okay, section title with font size of 2 with font applying font size 2 with 5.7 ram. Okay, then we will be changing it to 4.4. 4.4. Okay, next after this, there is another thing about H3 for this also. FS2, it should be around 2.4 2.4 ram. These are the sizes of font size. Okay, font size. Actually, you can see here it's changing. So if I remove these two things, see it is like this now. So if I once I commented here, I am going to save this file. It is looking like this. So what we have done is here we have added font sizes. Okay, we have increased their font sizes. Once we save this, so the font size of these things have increased. After that, if they are completed, then next there is this blog one. The next to blog. Next we are going to design for blog. Okay, so dot blog card padding. So for the blog we are going to there is blog cards in here, like where they are. So there are these things, no 24 Feb, all these things are there. No? So for this blog, these are inside of one Devina, they are inside a card. Okay, these things are cards. So we are adding padding of 40 pixel, sorry 30 pixel. Okay, padding of 30 pixel we have added. Okay, that is the only one thing we are doing here. And coming to this app, okay, there is app thing is there now at the bottom. So for that one, what we are going to do is we are going to style for section title. Okay, we are going to style section title uh, like giving we are adding margin block and of 55 pixel. We are adding that thing. So come here. So we will be doing this thing. Okay, mobile app available. So we have added that thing. So it have changed. Before, this is how it looked like. Looks like this before, I think. Okay, it is looking like this. I think there is some space is added, I think so, before beside that one. So I think something happened here. We are unable to see that one. So we will leave it. So after this, we are going to style app link. Okay, inside app app link, yeah, app link. Yeah, for that app link, what we are doing, we are giving width. It has 180 pixel with 180 pixel and height it has 65 pixel. Height 65 pixel. Where we added that one? Settings. Somewhere we have added. Okay, here the space is added between two things here only. I think so. Okay, next. Uh, like we are setting their sizes. Okay, their sizes. As you can see, I have removed that styling. So they are looking like this, congested. Okay. After adding these two things, uh, after adding these two things, they are looking like this. Okay. The space is added between them. Next, next we are going to style image. Okay. App, app link. Next dot img inside image. So with this, it should be maximum. Okay, maximum size of that content. Okay, so that's all. So after that, okay, one last thing. Okay, we are going to do footer. We are going to do footer. Let's see what we are going to do. Footer. We are going to style this footer. So what we are doing, all these things are like this now. Okay, one after one another. So what I will be doing is just 5 minutes. It's going to end in 5 minutes. So I will be adding like a footer, footer top, footer top. Inside that footer top, there is container. Search for container. For that container, we are going to apply these styles. Okay, like now we are going to add grid templates. Okay, grid template columns. Grid template columns. Like 1 FR, 1 FR next to 0.6 FR. Okay, next to 0.6 FR, next 0.65 FR. So these are nothing but widths. Okay, so let us assume there are four columns. Okay, four columns. So first column I am giving this much size. I mean width. So for first column I am giving 1 FR. Second column I am giving 0.6 FR. Okay, for the third column I am giving 0.6 FR, and the last one I am giving 0.65 FR. Let's save and see. Okay, yeah, nothing is happening. Why? Okay, we need to add that grid also now. Now we have to add display grid, display grid. Okay, now it's going to show us. Okay, this is how it's going to look after adding all these things. Next, after that dot footer list. Okay, next we are going to style those items inside. Okay, footer list, footer list. So for the first style, I mean here we are giving directly first style means the first item inside it. Okay, so grid column should be auto. Okay, for the first item, the grid column should be auto. And next we are going to style footer list title. Okay, list footer list title. So what we are doing here is for the footer list title, uh, we are going to give font size of 2.4 gram. Okay, for the footer list title, we are adding this thing, like it's looking like this now. Subscribe later. There is no change between, no difference between this headings and these things now. So we are adding the font size. So let us save this one and let us look. Okay, again, it's haven't changed anything. Let us see. So footer list title. The spelling is correct. Okay. Next for the footer link, the footer link address, footer link address should be like this. Footer link inside the footer link. I mean inside this is main. Okay, this is parent element. Footer link is the parent element. Okay, inside that footer, I mean that element, there is another like a sorry. So this is the parent class. Footer link is the parent class, and this is the child class. Okay, inside this footer link, uh, there is this address child link, address class. So what I am doing, I am styling that font size FS 6. So we are going to change the size of this one, 1.5 RAM. So I will be explaining what is RAM and pixels later on. Okay. This should be change in size. It is not okay. Footer link address. First 6, first 4.4 RAM, 4 RAM. Okay. Okay, it's not showing anything. After this, we are going to, there is button now. We are going to style that button. Footer, top, button, secondary, button secondary. So we are styling that button secondary. What we are doing is we are simply adding padding. Okay, we are simply adding padding of 30 pixel. Let us see. It is okay, there is some padding is added around this thing. Okay, so after that, now let us go footer bottom. You style footer bottom, footer bottom. Okay, and inside there is a container. So for that container, what we are adding display flex. Okay, we are justifying content and aligning item center. Okay, okay like here these things are like one by one now. So we are making all these things horizontal. Simply what we are doing, we are using display flex, justify content, space between align item center. Okay, this is the output. Okay, here it is this one, here it is this one. Next, after this, there is one last thing. Dot copyright. Okay, copyright. Copyright. For this copyright, margin block in. Your margin block pen, you are giving it as 0. That's it. Okay. So there is not much change here. We will be doing all. We will be doing all the CSS. Okay. Common CSS in tomorrow class. Okay, we'll be completing uh, in tomorrow's class all those things. Okay, guys, thank you for the class.